Many people spend multiple hours a day studying, but come exam season, they still end up forgetting everything. This is almost always because they aren't using effective studying techniques. You may have already heard of active recall and spaced repetition, but here are 5 more scientifically proven techniques that will improve your information retention and help you study more effectively. Number 1. Delayed note-taking. Simply reading and copying down notes from a PowerPoint is an effective passive studying technique that most people fall into. However, delaying your note-taking can be extremely powerful. To do this properly, try and make mental notes of the key moments or ideas you want to remember. This can be done by actively listening, observing and reflecting on the lesson or video. After the learning event, take some time to write down as much as you can remember. It's okay if you don't remember everything after a lesson. In fact, this is actually a good thing because now you'll be able to identify gaps in your knowledge. By delaying note-taking, you can capture your experiences and learnings in a thoughtful and intentional way. Number 2. Inquiry-based learning. Instead of mindlessly listening to someone else speak for hours straight, you can develop an understanding of a topic by questioning how to apply your knowledge to real-world scenarios, or by forming links between the current topic and concepts you have previously learned. Inquiry-based learning is a very effective technique that will help you quickly encode your short-term memory into long-term memory. So make sure you practice implementing this into your learning. Number 3. The Feynman technique. The Feynman technique is quite simple. Select a topic or concept that you want to understand better. Now, use simple language and examples to explain the concept as if you were teaching it to a young child. As you explain the concept, you may encounter gaps in your understanding. Return to the original source material to fill in these gaps. Finally, review the concept again and simplify it even further. Try using analogies or metaphors to help you remember the concepts more easily. These are 3 reasons why this technique is so powerful. First, you need to actively engage with the material by explaining it in your own words. Second, this technique encourages you to simplify complex information. By breaking down information into simpler terms and using examples, you will be able to solidify your understanding of the material. Third, the technique helps you to identify knowledge gaps. This allows you to go back and fill in these gaps, leading to a more complete understanding of the topic. It all goes back to the famous quote that originates from the great Albert Einstein: "If you can't explain it simply, then you don't understand it well enough." Number 4. Interleaved practice. This is the most effective way to plan out your study sessions. Interleaved learning is a learning technique that involves mixing different topics or skills during study sessions, rather than just focusing on one topic at a time. For example, instead of spending a whole day studying maths, a whole day studying English, and a whole day studying economics, spend 1 hour a day on each subject. The idea behind interleaved learning is that it can help learners retain information by forcing them to actively retrieve information from memory more frequently, rather than relying on recent context. By interleaving topics, your brain has to work harder to remember what you previously studied, which strengthens your overall memory of the material. Also, when you are doing an exam, you won't always know the exact topic each question is testing, but interleaving will enhance your ability to recognize and differentiate between similar concepts. So you may see a significant increase in your test scores. Before we get into our last tip, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for the best studying and productivity tips. And number 5, past papers. Past papers allow you to practice and refine your exam taking skills. By attempting past papers, you will better understand the types of questions that are likely to be asked and the format of the exam itself. This practice will help you build your confidence and reduce exam anxiety, enabling you to perform at your best on exam day. Past papers also give you a chance to become familiar with the structure of the exam. By understanding the exam structure, attempting past papers will help you identify any common mistakes and knowledge gaps that you might have. You can then focus on these areas and work on improving your understanding of the topics. Attempting past papers is the best way to improve your test scores. There's just no other way about it. If you want to learn more about studying effectively, click the video on the screen now. See you next time.